Hey everyone, I am Jessica from Willow's Wisdom, and I'm here to do a collective message. So like the videos, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe to join the tribe. You know, it's really funny. I started laughing because before I decided to do this reading, because I did one general reading for... The smoke is going nuts over here. The Palo Santo's really kicking in, just saying. Anyways, I did a general reading on my original channel, Willow Vines Intuitive Vibes, and before I sat down, because I wasn't sure if I was going to do another one today, I was sitting on my bed debating if I was going to do this reading tonight or not, and I'm like, it looks so smoky in here. Like, why is it, like, what's the smoke about? And I knew there was no smoke because I hadn't burned anything in here, not even incense or anything. And I did the other readings earlier in the day, but I had just gotten done burning some wishes and sending them off to the universe because it's like a Yule thing that I'm doing. But anyways, I was like, maybe it has something to do with my wishes coming true. That's all I was thinking. And then I sat down to do this, and that thing burned so good. It just smoked up the whole place. I was like, oh, I was seeing smoke before there was any, which is all about intuition and psychic gifts and abilities, whether you have them or someone you know does. But if you think about it, what I just said was I saw something happening before it happened. So that can be very significant here for someone in this energy, whether someone around you predicted something and it's unfolding, or you yourself, you know, had a vision in some way, shape, or form, because visions come in many ways. It's not just a dream. It's not just clairvoyance. Trust me, Spirit will talk to you in countless ways. But anyways, let's see what the main energy is. That's too much. Let's get one card, please. I feel like I have to straighten everything out. So maybe there's a situation that somebody needs to fix. Like, oh, I got this wrong, or I misinterpreted information. Even if it's not psychic, like we can do that when people speak to us, like, oh, I thought you meant this when you meant that, or I thought this was going on, but it was actually whatever. I feel like somebody needs to straighten something out, even if it's not you. Maybe somebody wants to come in and apologize. I'm strong as hell. I can tackle any shit that comes my way. I feel like you are, and you have. It's like, I don't want to have to deal with this crap, but I'm fully capable of doing so. So whatever that crap was, you handled it, or you will when it comes up. Okay. Sorry, I got cards everywhere. Let's get one of these. I feel you around me. You could be picking up on someone's energy, whether they're on the other side or a living person. Because when someone thinks of us a lot or is in our energy, we can pick up on it, especially if you're intuitive. That's when you notice, basically. Because people who, you know, don't claim to have heightened intuition or anything like that, or any abilities, they can still sense energy and shifts. It's just like when someone's name pops in your head and all of a sudden they call you, kind of thing. That's basically what I'm talking about, just on a bigger scale. So everyone can do it, and it has happened to many people. They just view it in a different way, like a coincidence or something. But I feel like somebody can sense somebody's energy around, and it almost feels like lurking. Like I feel you around what I'm doing. I feel you in my energy. I don't know if you've pinpointed who this is, or if you just sense the energy. For some of you, it is a passed over loved one that is around you, and you can sense it. You might be smelling their perfume, cologne, you know, the smell of a cigarette or cigar, whatever is tied to said person, if that's the case. you know the other weird thing? I don't know. Because that could be another gift that's opening up for some of you. Because isn't it, it's Claire, is it Claire sentience is the smell? I get some of them mixed up, but it's when you smell something and it's a sign. It could be predictive, or it could be, you know, a sign of a past over whoever, residual energy even. That Claire might be opening up for some of you. It just reminded me because the other day it was so friggin' random. I'm just up by myself doing whatever and not thinking about readings or anything like that. Just kind of living my life, doing my thing. And all of a sudden, I smelled cat piss. And I'm like, oh, no, he didn't. But I was in an area that the cat never goes. Never been down in the basement, basically. So I was like, why would I smell it down here? And then as soon as I smelled it, it went away. And I kept sniffing around because I'm like, I smelled it. Where is it? And it's just gone. And I'm like, well, that was fucking weird. I'm like, maybe I should look up the spiritual meaning of what that smell means. And I've laughed to myself. And then I think it was maybe 2-3 minutes later, my daughter came down and told me that the cat peed on her bed. And I was like, oh. So I was probably picking up on the situation and her smelling it and finding it. I was like, huh, interesting. So some of you could be noticing little weird things like that happening, and it's intensifying, becoming more clear for you. And the only reason little things like that ever become clearer, or really rev up is because the energy is revving up for something else that you need to pay closer attention to, whether it's good or bad. You just need to recognize. So it's like Spirit's way of training you to recognize what's happening, so that when something significant happens, you go, oh, I know exactly what that is. You know what I mean? Or you just have a better understanding. So you kind of feel that going on for someone. It might not be clairsentient for you. It could be any of the clairs, but it's one that you haven't worked with a lot, or it wasn't your strongest quote unquote gift, or ability or whatever. It didn't come through prominently, but it's starting to. So it's almost like as you graduate from one clair, you move on to the next. And I feel like I'm talking to somebody who has had multiple clairs or dealt with it. You probably knew you were capable of all of them, but some were just more prominent, more significant. They stood out more to you. It was clearer to you. The other ones are starting to open up and become more clear. And I kind of feel like Spirit's going to be able to have full dialogue with you very soon, and other people's energies, telepathically speaking and otherwise. Like, even if you're not reading someone's mind, they might be wanting to speak to you, or I'm going to start sneezing, or come into your bubble, come into your energy field. This sneeze is really like sitting there. It kind of feels annoying. I was talking about somebody's energy coming in. Maybe you're allergic to their energy, or this person has a lot of allergies or something. But regardless of the sneeze, that came on very sudden, and it just went away. And I was talking about someone coming into your energy field, and you're going to sense it. I was going to say something else with that, but I don't know. We have passion here. Oh. Turned on. If you're really picking up on other people's energies. Oh, because I was saying, sometimes it could come through as telepathic communication, where you're like picking up on what they're thinking and what they're going to say next and that type of thing. That could be happening more frequently and becoming more clear, where you're recognizing that, you know, it's not your own thoughts, it's somebody else's. But also picking up on their energy, like when they're turned on, maybe you get turned on and you don't know why, because maybe you're all by yourself, or you didn't have any thoughts in your head. Like, it's just very random. Or you get an ailment, like you get a body ache somewhere, and that's the same pains that this person deals with. And it's not just with one person. This is happening with more than one person. Sorry, the tag in this shirt's gonna make me itch in my back and drive me nuts. But anyways, yeah, oh my God, my head's crawling like crazy. You're picking up on someone who, they got some passion for you. And I kind of feel like you might have moments where you're just like, why in the hell? It's either why in the hell am I thinking of so-and-so? Or why am I feeling this way? I have no reason to. If that happens to you, make sure to meditate on it, because I feel like more information will come to you and you'll get a better idea of who you're picking up on. Because I feel like for some of you, whoever this person is might be trying to send that energy your way, especially if they know that you're capable of picking up on it. So they might be practicing or thinking of you heavily while they're whatevering, you know, whether it's passionately or not. We do have passion here. Or they have no clue that their intensity, their intense feelings are actually getting sent to you. It's like an email they can't unsend, and it just keeps forwarding to you like, what? Well, someone might be in for a surprise, especially when you find out who's wanting you, basically. Because I don't know, just staring at the card, it's like, whew, hot damn. Hot damn. Yeah, someone wants someone. That's cool. But I do feel like you're picking up on other energies too, so it's not just like being horny all the time. And I don't even feel like it's all the time. It's at certain points in the day. But like I said, clear your mind and meditate. And when you start feeling that way, especially if you know damn well it's weird for you, like, do I have like, what is that fucking disorder called? Where they just randomly, you know, get off and they can't control it. Like, you don't have that problem. You might be going, is that what this is like? No, it's energy. I mean, if you had been diagnosed with something like that, then that's totally different, but that's not what I'm talking about. It's this energy. I'm getting like super freaking nervous. I just started wanting to shake and my heart was fluttering. Love call. Someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you. They're energetically letting you know. Because it's not like your spirit guides and, you know, Passover loved ones are spying on this person and just whispering in your ear. This is an energetic connection. You're connected to somebody. And you might be aware. I feel like you're aware that you're connected to a person, but you might not know who it is. You will figure it out. Yeah, it's definitely a connection. It's a soulmate connection. And you're going to figure it out. Because I feel like the first person that comes to mind for you, that's not who it is. It's someone else. It's someone else. Whoever it is, they really want you. Like, because I can like just sense like, whew, the butterflies, the racy thoughts. I don't know if this is good or bad yet, but you're picking up on it. It's got me all like discombobulated. Like, I don't even know where to go from here right now. Like, what? Like, wow. Okay. I'm gonna start blushing, I swear. This person's gonna be like, how the hell do you know? How did you know? How do you know? Because I don't feel like they sense you like you sense them. That's too many. It's not one way, though. It's just, it's like the energy is, it's connected, so it's going back and forth, but it's only recognized on one side that it's happening. Okay, because it's giving me the energy of not just Kundalini, there we go. I don't know, Kama Sutra and all that shit. All that, it's just like connectedness. A lot of that has to do with being connected with yourself and being balanced, and you can control your energy, how it flows through your body, and all of that. There's different techniques and methods and all that, but this feels like, because the way I'm trying to explain it is, if any of you have ever done energy work like that with yourself, it takes time and practice and a lot of patience, just saying, to get to the point of like truly understanding the sensations just all on your own without external people and all of that. But some people, especially if they practice it enough, they can go to great heights, if you know what I'm saying, without even touching themselves or having anyone touch them. It's just energy. It's a buildup of energy. I saw something about that on TV years and years ago. I can't remember the practice of it all, but if any of you have ever experienced that, even if it was only one time, or if any of, this is a better example. If any of you have ever seen the show True Blood, where is it Jason? He's with the vampire killer girl. I can't remember her fucking name. I haven't seen that show in so long, but anyways, they're doing the True Blood together, and it's such a euphoric sensation between them that he actually thought that they were getting jiggy with it, basically. I'm trying to pick words for YouTube, but I know I suck at that. I know this channel isn't monetized, but I also don't want it to be censored and whatever. Like, it was so intense that they literally felt it, but it was just energy between them. That's what I'm feeling here. It almost feels real. The energy definitely feels real. Some of you might be seeing like the movie of it playing out in your mind as well as it's happening. And it does feel sexual, just saying. It's very passionate. But I feel like that could happen with other things as well. Illnesses, ailments, pains, whatever's. Cross. Excuse me. Sacrifice. Down for the cause. Release, letting go, giving up, surrender. Surrendering. Put others first, for the greater good, dogma, heroic effort, purpose-driven, surrender. Someone wants to surrender. They might be just surrendering to the energy, to their feelings. Like, oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna let it happen kind of thing. I'm just gonna welcome this in. Someone's been fighting their feelings. Whoever this is has been keeping their feelings to themselves. And it's not just their passionate feelings, it's they actually have feelings, like lovey feelings. Someone's definitely interested. I kind of feel like love is definitely on the horizon. Oh my goodness. My ear's ringing so loud right now. It's such a high-pitched ring. I don't normally get it that high-pitched. Just on the right side. That like sent, the frequency just like sent right through my, I don't know, it almost made me want to close my eyes. Like, it was a very high frequency. Higher than I'm used to. The energy. The connection. This person could have been scared off at one point. Like, ran from you, didn't want to deal with this. Nope, don't like you, whatever. They were lying to you and themselves, but it was because you were vibing much higher. It's okay, this energy is making me feel like it is so intense, it's so strong between the two of you, or was. It still is. It's almost like you can't escape it even when you're not around this person, but I kind of feel like there could have been lulls here, like a disconnect or something. but it is more intense when you're around them. Like when you're next to them in the same vicinity, it like heightens, it picks up. It's like, I don't know, I'm picturing tuning forks coming together and getting in sync with each other or something. Like, it's just, sometimes if you don't understand those feelings, if it's brand new to you and it's really intense, it can like freak you the fuck out if you're not used to it, or be confusing, and it's unnerving because it's unknown, it's uncharted territory. Someone wants to just surrender to that now. Like, I wish I would have. Why did I pass this by or let it pass me by? But this is also giving me, minus the soul connection and passion, it's purpose, spiritual connection. When spirit talks to you and shows you things, warnings and otherwise. It could have been very intense at one point, like the information coming into you was just like sensory overload. And now it's kind of not just coming in waves, but it's more free flowing versus direct. Because when you're not fully open to that and you're capable, like, okay, say you want to work with your gifts and abilities, like this is something you're interested in, you're drawn to it, you've had experiences, and it's like, oh, I just wish that it would intensify, be stronger or whatever. And then for some reason, because it doesn't happen to everyone this way, you all of a sudden are like wide open, but kind of not. So you're open to the possibility, but you've never experienced this type of energy with spirit and people like this before. So it's like hitting a wall because you're not allowing it to flow. You're not getting in tune with it. So it's like, it's just hitting you. And that can be overwhelming. And you can think you're fucking dying half the time. I've had that happen where I pick up on someone who had cardiac issues. I've talked about this in the past. And I found out who it was because in the moment that person was experiencing those pains, I was experiencing them too. And I was like, is this me or is this you? Like, are you feeling me or am I feeling you? I figured out I was feeling that person because I was also feeling the other people around me. And that was kind of the clarity I needed to understand why I was feeling certain ailments. But it got confusing because I was like, okay, how am I going to be able to tell the difference? Because I went to the hospital a lot. And guess what? Not a fucking thing wrong with me. So that's where the confusion could come in. And I've heard stories from other people who have experienced similar things too. And it's like they're an enigma. But yeah, so I feel like there's a better understanding of spiritual energy. And sometimes when I get like it doesn't feel like I have something stuck in my throat. I get that like tickle where I got a cough. That's like where spirit wants to come through, or an energy wants to come through and say something. So it's like we're shifting gears kind of thing. I'm feeling fucking tired. And kind of dizzy, but not really dizzy. Spirit and energy can cause like lightheadedness and dizziness, but it's not constant. That's kind of how you know, because it goes away. If it's spirit, it goes away. I feel like my voice is going to start disappearing now. I've explained some of this stuff. Yeah, my throat's scratchy all of a sudden. I've explained some of this stuff before, but I don't know why it's coming up now. I think it's because there's someone who's going to watch this where your gifts are heightening, and I don't know, it feels more clear, but it feels stronger. your connection to source, to energies, to frequencies. You're like a fucking radio. You just turn the dial and you can connect to this frequency or that frequency. Instead of having all the static flowing at you, it's like, nope, on this station. Oh, I feel something on this station. I feel like I'm getting squeezed, like a bear hug. Like, you know, when somebody picks you up, like where your ribs are, and just, which that people do that when they're trying to crack someone's back or come up behind them and squeeze them. Just, it feels like a bear hug. Like I'm being squeezed. It doesn't feel like a health thing. It feels like somebody's getting a bear hug. Yeah, it's not a health thing. I don't know. Maybe you pick people up and crack their back, or you know someone that does that. Huh. Okay. So what else do we have here? The number 2 and the number 9 could be significant, or 11, 50-50. 50-50. At this time, things could go either way. Especially with the soulmate energy. Because someone's still on the fence, like they want to surrender to this connection to the energy, but there's still something that they're either questioning or they're concerned about, like, and it could be as simple as if you'll even talk to them kind of thing, or it's almost like, should I really open that door again? Because I kind of feel like if I open the door, it's almost, okay, this is how the other person is thinking. If I open this door, I can't close it. Am I ready? Am I ready to walk through the cemetery? It's a very quiet, serene walk, just saying. Am I ready to walk among the dead? That doesn't feel like somebody worried about their gifts heightening or waking up spiritually. Because I don't feel like this person is going to be talking to ghosts or anything. They just have a connection to you, an energetic connection, but they could be confusing it with spirit. But if you do spirit communication, like if you do mediumship, this person might not want to open that door and walk alongside you and whoever else, you know, whoever's always around you. But what they don't realize is spirit's always around them too. They just probably are oblivious to it. They've had encounters though. Whoever this is, they do believe in, you know, paranormal, the other side, paranormal activity, the other side, things like that. They do believe in stuff like that because they've had their own unexplainable experiences. Like, how the hell do you explain that? Someone experienced, they saw an apparition. I feel like they've had multiple experiences that they questioned and were kind of like, did I see that? Or am I losing my fucking mind kind of thing? So I feel like somebody has actually seen an apparition and not just an outline or shadowy figure. Even if they did see a shadowy figure, I just got to pit my stomach like I got scared. Maybe seeing this apparition scared them. I'm sure a lot of you viewers have had experiences like this, but this is someone who is not accustomed to it, and it's not something that they were like drawing in or working with or whatever. Because I feel like this is over the span of time throughout their life. It's just unexplainable things. Lights flickering or turning on and off. Like, how in the hell did that just turn off or on? Things that they can't explain. I don't know if they want to talk to you about it, but especially if they know you have that understanding, maybe they do, but I feel like that's just kind of who we're talking about. This person is no stranger to the strange and unusual, you know what I mean? But there is, the fear factor here is that they feel the intense connection is such a high frequency, and they're not used to vibing. I feel like I'm saying this wrong. They're not used to vibing that high, basically. Like, it's uncomfortable because it's unknown. Actually, what is 50-50 about besides wanting to contact you? There's a significance with someone's phone. So it could be text messages, calls, or there's some type of evidence on someone's phone, like maybe you caught pictures of orbs, or they did, or there's like a recording that's unexplainable, like I heard that EVP or whatever. There's something on someone's phone that they can't explain. You know what's reminding me of? This could have happened to somebody. There's a story, I don't know who these people are. I think I saw it on TV or something. But this, it was a paranormal story where this person had an experience like right after, I think it was right after one of their parents passed. Or it was a family member or something. I can't remember who it was to them. It was someone significant, basically. And right as they passed or right after, they received a phone call from that person, and it was just like silent. There was no message on the voicemail or anything, but they received the call from that person. And when they found out the time of death, that call happened after. And they're like, huh? Like, how do you explain that? There's actually many stories of that happening. I swear, I'll be right back. I gotta tell my son to zip it. Sorry, he's playing a video game and just going all nuts over there. I'm like, my God, I can hear you through the wall. It's distracting the fuck out of me. All right. Yeah, healing things. Well, I kept staring at the hearts on the phone too. So it's like, it's 50-50. This person's kind of up in the air on whether or not they are going to take action, because it's not about wanting to or not wanting to. This person wants to heal things with you. They want to work together with you. They know that you're in that healing energy. They probably also know that you're pretty understanding, because if you're in that healer energy, especially the temperance energy, you are going to be understanding, even if they don't get what they want. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's not about that. It's this person is dealing with like pride and ego issues. They're having a hard time admitting that they were wrong and just facing the facts. Like, sometimes the things that are unknown and that are hardest to believe are the hardest things to like admit that you believe. Because it's almost like, if I fucking admit this to you and come forward and let you know that you were right and I believe you and blah, blah, whatever, people are going to think I'm nuts. Because they think you're nuts. Well, you know, let them. They don't walk your path. They don't live your fucking life. So yeah, it's up in the air if somebody wants to communicate with you, but, or if they're going to. They do want to. Number 2 is significant. Anvil. Resolve, purpose, focus, concentration, resilience. Strike while the iron's hot. Don't miss an opportunity. Take determined action, strength, and persistence. Yeah, this person's going to have to stand up and say something if they want this situation between the two of you to be resolved. If they want if they want a coming together at all, they're going to have to put the work in. They're going to have to strike while the iron's hot, or they're going to miss the opportunity. Maybe they're going to have to strike while you're sensing their energy. I'm not sure. Because that's kind of under passion. There's something to do with a rat. I don't know, like if somebody ratted somebody out, or rats tend to take things, and it's usually problematic energy. I'm no good for you and you're no good for me. What's that song? Phoenix in walking boots. This is death and rebirth, immortal. It's awakening, rising from the ashes, total transformation, complete renewal. Yeah, if somebody wants to change the situation around, I mean, there's hope for the future, but they're going to have to strike while the iron's hot. They're going to have to be the ones to step up. Because it can feel like they're the ones that walked away from you. Because there is a fear factor in here, like I said. Journey, adventure, exit, walk away. Self-resilience. I feel like you've walked away from this person completely, but you're sensing their energy again. That's why it's coming up. I did say there's like a disconnect, and like you were probably feeling them, then you weren't. Like it was kind of fading out or phasing out, and then maybe it'd pop in here and there, and now all of a sudden it's like, holy shit, it's right there. Like, why am I sensing this? Think back to what you were feeling around this person, whoever this is to you, and if you felt this way around them, that's who's like entering your energy field. That's whose energy you're feeling. If you think back and it's like, no, it didn't feel like this, it wasn't that intense or whatever, that's not the person. It's the person that you were just like, oh, I don't know, you were really connected energetically to them for some reason. Even if they're not your twin flame or soulmate or whatever, you're definitely connected to them. It's making me fucking tired again. It's making me want to close my eyes. Is somebody high? Maybe that's what they said about you. Are you fucking high? Or they smoke weed or something. No judgment. It's just, that's how my eyes felt, you know, like when you're stoned. Marijuana could be significant in here, even if they don't smoke or you don't smoke. Maybe you're a blue mooner, they are, or there's something to do with that for some reason. Maybe somebody grows it, even if they don't smoke it. Or they grow to smoke, they sell. I don't know. They do something. There's some significance for that for some reason. I feel like you're just pursuing your own path. Yeah, this person wants to resurrect something with you. Because they know you've actually walked away. So if this was a hot and cold situation where you'd go X amount of time and then speak to this person, like if they would just always come back around, or you would always initiate communication, or you always found yourself talking to them again or something, no matter how much time had passed, I feel like you've exceeded that limit and more time has passed than prior and you're still moving away. That's why their energy's kind of sneaking up on you, because you're not focused on it, but they are. Someone could also have stomach issues. I don't know what kind of stomach issues, but they could have some type of intolerance to certain foods or just stomach issues. Coffin. I got distracted by the 8-9 because most of these have like letters or symbols under the numbers, and this one has an 8 and a 9. Is the 9 of diamonds, which I do believe is the 9 of pentacles. Isn't it? If it is, it's independent energy. Anyways, death, loss, inactive. Yeah, you've moved away from this. You're not actively pursuing this person or thinking about them or anything, but I do feel like they're popping up for you. Like, and this feels like a resurgence. Like I said, with that high-pitched frequency, it's coming in loud and friggin' clear. There's a lot of pressure. Because I saw PSI. I don't know if this person feels under pressure to move towards you, or if it's creating a lot of pressure Because energy can create pressure around you too. Put pressure on your friggin' head and weigh you down. Um, yeah, endings. Because with the walking boots, it's making me want to sing that song. These boots were made for walking. And that's just what I'll do. 8 and 8, 16. This could be a tower moment for someone. 888 could be significant. 6. Yeah, that's 8 too. So 888. 9. 9. 9. So 999, 888, 6, 4. Fetishes could be significant in here too. Whether you know what this person's into, like their fantasies and fetishes, or maybe your own, maybe you guys talked about that shit at once upon a time, or you could be picking up on it. It doesn't feel like, it doesn't feel like anything super bad or anything, but somebody does have some type of fetishes, fantasies. They're definitely fantasizing about you, but they know what you like. Or I don't know if it's them to you or you to them. I also just heard someone's fetishes were, or fantasies, like something that turns them on, I guess, was used against them. So I don't know if somebody disagreed with what somebody likes. I don't know. It was used against them. Somehow, some way. I don't know if it's used against you or this person, or I don't know what that's about. There is a significance with a cemetery, though. 222 or 2222, 448. Now I'm going on numerology. Could be significant here. Like I'm paying attention to numbers. This person could be paying attention to numbers sequences and they weren't before. Like it's connecting for them now, or certain number sequences, certain numbers are making sense. 68. Excuse me, they're making sense to the situation now when maybe they didn't make sense before. Because it could, sometimes it's not just about the meaning of numbers. It's like, you know, in numerology, like angel numbers and whatever. It's not always about their direct meaning. Sometimes it's about what it means to you specifically, because spirit knows that. Or it could be address numbers, phone numbers, area codes, zip codes, all of that. That's where some of these numbers could be coming in. Butterfly. Metamorphosis. Time, be open, embrace change. I do feel like most of you do embrace change, but you might question this person. But I don't feel like you're going to question them too much if they actually do want to fix things with you and like apologize or explain themselves or something, because with the energy I'm feeling here, you're gonna know, you're gonna feel it, you're gonna know that they're being sincere. You're gonna sense it, their intentions even. You don't have to be a body language analyst or anything like that to know this. You're gonna feel it. Hell, you might even hear it telepathically. Because, you know, like, I'm talking from a woman's standpoint, but, you know, when a guy's telling you all the right things and being like, oh, I'll be respectful and this and that, and this is what I want, but they're just feeding off from what they think you want or what they know about you to get into your pants to get what they want, and you can just kind of see right through it. And it's not because you're paying attention to their mannerisms and all of this. You just sense it. It's like, yeah, okay, I know this is a load of shit. It's like that. Like, you would know if this person's lying or not. You're like a human lie detector. That might freak them out as well. Could have freaked somebody out in this energy, just saying. The letter A is significant. Or maybe they thought it'd be like an ace, and like the best hand that's at the table kind of thing. They would win hands down, or ace in the hole kind of thing. And no, they missed by a long shot. Yeah, they fucking failed. That's funny. The number 6 again. And 3. Stalemate. They missed. You checkmated their ass is what I want to say. But with no way out, that might be why somebody walked out of the situation, because it was too much for them, because they knew that they were going to be found out. They probably blocked you, or you blocked them. There's a level of competition here. Oh, the whole I win. Oh, I got this hands down. This person didn't win. They could have lied and said that they did. Maybe they lied and said they slept with you. Like, oh, I win. I got the prize, but they didn't. Whatever the prize may be, sounds like it'd be you. Somebody works outside a lot, or they did at the time, or they're just outside a lot. My chest just started hurting there for a second. Maybe the cold air, or whatever they do for work hurts their chest. Maybe they're a smoker, but because that was just a mild pain that I felt over my whole chest. It wasn't like, it didn't radiate, it didn't feel like heart attack. It felt like when you get hit in the chest, almost like, or you push someone away. Well, they definitely pushed you away, or you pushed them away. I'm not sure, but like, stop right there. Thank you very much. I don't know what that's about, but I felt it. Huh. I almost feel like half my face is, I don't want to say going numb, but there's something, I don't know if it's sinus related, stroke related, or somebody had some type of head injury, but it would be kind of isolated to one side of their head, face, whatever. Okay. I don't know if that's somebody separate, because it's making my ear hurt. Like, it's just making like the whole side of my face feel weird. It's going away. 3 of Cups. People were working against you. I just want to say that right now. I don't know why, because there's really no cards out here to say that, but it's like, you have no idea how many people were basically rooting for your downfall and trying to create it. Maybe somebody wants to let you know that. Social gatherings, possibly through social gatherings. Friendship, parties, good times, reunion, collaborative, artistic pursuits. I don't feel the artistic bullshit in here, in this, unless they were being crafty with their crap. But this is making me think of people who befriended you, who were pretending to like you, to socialize with you, to get to know you, to get close to you, when they weren't going to stay close because they didn't want nothing to do with you, because it felt like a game. Like, who can get closest? without getting caught. Oh my God. What the fuck? Sitting heavy in my chest. 10 of coins. Old money, married for money, bankrupt, contracts, inherited, family feud. So there could be family issues in here as well. Money concerns, financial gains, or loss. Because this is the 10 of coins reversed. Somebody could have done something for money. Or they wanted you to lose out on an opportunity because they didn't want you to get this money, have this money, to be successful, basically. Or to have this happy relationship. Or a solid, stable relationship. Maybe somebody said that about you. Like, that's all that you're interested in, and that, you know, made somebody look the other way. We have the Queen of Cups. Emotionally connected, being in the flow, deep feelings, empathetic, intuitive, psychic, and loving. I feel like you're very loving and psychic. That energy's in here. Whoever the Queen of Cups is, you do communicate with the other side. You pick up on energies. And I feel like that's kind of what got you through this situation, because even if you were confused and didn't know where certain information was coming from, telepathically or even energetically, I feel like you still chose to listen to yourself, like the inner warning system, where it's like, I might not know who's who or what's what, but something don't fucking feel right. So it's like, when your intuition, quote unquote, fails you, you went off from instincts. And that's what got you through a difficult situation, and potentially steered you away from really bad people with bad intentions. You got out of a very unhealthy situation, probably without even realizing just how close to danger you were. Because I do feel like intuitively, energy and information is just kind of convoluted. Like, what? That doesn't make sense. That could have been done on purpose, especially if anyone knew or knows what you're capable of. But regardless of that, if you're learning and things are new to you, like you're just waking up to your gifts, or learning how to work with them fully, it takes time and practice. And if Spirit's trying to warn you, or you're like picking up on spiritual warnings and information to them when they're going, okay, this isn't the best idea, and then you're picking up on somebody else's wants and needs and what they're thinking and feeling, and it contradicts, it's like, well, why am I thinking two things? It makes no fucking sense. I feel like that could have gone on here. Just confusion. Maybe people are trying to confuse you with, you know, what they were saying versus how they were acting and behaving as well. Because I feel like it's a test to see if you know their intentions. Like, if you know what they're fucking up to or something. I feel like you did, whether you said something or not. And it is hard to trust yourself, you know. It takes time and practice. 4 of Swords. Yeah, I feel like this energy is very exhausting because it's reversed. Dormant abilities. What the fuck was I just talking about? It takes time to understand where this information comes from and how to work with it, how to understand it, period. And I started this reading off talking about how more spiritual gifts and abilities, clairs, are opening up and becoming more clear for you. They were dormant for a little while. And now it's like, oh, let's bring this back. The bitch is back, you know? Yeah, I feel like that's probably where the break came in. Because I said energetically, with whoever this passionate person is or anyone, you might have felt like, why was it so intense? And I'm picking up on all this, no matter how confusing it is. And then nothing. Like, how does that happen? You know, when you need a break, when you're burnt out, when you're exhausted, and because of confusion, because I was feeling tired in this reading too, like, oh, this is draining. When you're drained like that, you're not going to make sense of what's coming through, and Spirit might have shut it down for you so you could heal, so you could refocus, It's coming back. The person might not necessarily be coming back, but the information is, just saying. Or this person never fucking left and you're just picking up on them again. Either or. That's fucking cool. 10 of Swords. Oh, yeah. It's coming back and it's clearer. This person's a liar, pants on fire. It's like, pissing me off. It's about timing. 3 months. Subconscious, revealed, new emotional cycles. Seeing clearly. Divine aid, endings. This is the lunar eclipse energy. I literally just said that. I just said Spirit could have shut down your abilities for a little while so that you could regain your strength, and kind of slowly, it's slowly picking up for you. I feel like it was slowly picking up in blips here and there, because some of you could have been like, where'd it go? Like, I don't feel anything anymore. That was on purpose and not by a person, because we all need a break, you know what I mean? You needed a break. But your abilities were just dormant. They weren't gone. Sometimes we can subconsciously shut that down for ourselves as well, especially when we're overwhelmed. Like, I'm not locking the door, but I gotta close it for a little while. We do that with people too, you know, energy's the same way. You gotta set up boundaries. But 6 months could be significant as well, because I'm pointing to that. Or 6 months ago, something happened. But yeah, I said divine aid, that's what I was just talking about, and seeing clearly. So now that this energy is like, hey, again, and it's more consistent, and I feel like your gifts and abilities are expanding and opening up more. It's just in time for some type of betrayal. It's just in time to see a problem before it even arises. But you're going to also see what happened in the past. It's going to become very clear because of this, because you're going to have a better understanding. Yeah, this energy is making a comeback. This person's going to make a comeback. Interesting. Give me, yeah, one of these for the 10 of Swords. 58 minutes. Oh my God, I thought I was only on here for like 25. Time flies when you're having fun. Or when you're lost in energy, just saying. Oh man. The perfectionist. Ordered, precise, detailed, and organized. So yeah, I feel like somebody's coming up with a fucking plan to reconcile, to make a comeback. I said that in the beginning. But there's more to that perfectionist energy. Someone's definitely in that energy. I don't know if you're a perfectionist or if this person is. But it's about perfecting your craft as well, or whatever you're doing. Getting better. This break is actually making you understand things better. You're able to work with whatever this is, these energies, better. I almost feel like I see a movie playing in my head, and then all of a sudden it starts unfolding, and it's like, All right. That was just in my mind and it didn't end well. I think I might want to make some changes here. That kind of thing. That is clairvoyance, by the way. Premonitions and shit. Actually, that reminds me. I don't know if any of you remember that movie with Sandra Bullock in it, Premonition. That one, it's kind of a mind fuck. And in part of it, they thought she was crazy. But as the viewer, I kind of want to watch it again. I watched it not too long ago, but as the viewer, you're seeing her living life, like what's actually going on in the moment, and the dream space or the premonition space, which usually happened when she was sleeping, because I think that's how her premonitions were occurring. And it's almost like it can get confusing as to what's reality and what isn't in that movie. Like, and it is for her too, because she's like, wait a minute, my husband died and now he's alive. Like, what the fuck? So it's confusing. So you're confused right along with her. But if you pay attention to the back and forth of the premonitions and all the signs and clues that are in her waking life and in the premonition, you can piece it together, and she does too towards the end. I mean, and sometimes you don't realize until the last moment, like, oh fuck, that's what that is. And sometimes it could be too late. There's an opportunity here. So I'm holding on to something. And it's not just about psychometry. It's like, yeah, opportunity or money. But yeah, because I can't remember how the fucking movie ended. I think it was all the premonitions. She was trying to prevent the death of her husband, basically. And I can't remember if she did or not. I don't think she did. I actually think she was the reason for the accident, because she was trying to prevent it to the point that her actions actually created it. But she didn't see that part of the premonition. She saw everything else leading up to it. But I can't remember if that was how they actually ended it or not. But, so it's like, if something's fated to happen, it's going to happen no matter what you change or what you do or when you see. It's all about a heads up, basically, and how you're going to handle everything moving through the energies and through the situation leading up to whatever that is. So, like, for example, say you have a premonition or a vision or a psychic dream or something about someone you know and love and care about or whatever, and them passing away for some reason. Maybe it's we'll say it's a health issue, and it's something that you can't fix. That even if you try to intervene and convince that person to do this or do that, whatever that is it's like, it's just basically spirit saying, hey, this is what's coming. There's nothing you can do to prevent it, but we just want you to know so you can prepare for it. Other times, you'll get a heads up, probably in a different manner. You probably won't see the death of the person. It would just be maybe you see the illness or sense it or feel it or whatever. That spirit saying, hey, this is preventable. So-and-so's dealing with this. Maybe they need some insight so they can go speak to a specialist or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Because sometimes if you feel an ailment, you could be like, oh yeah, that feels like a pulled tendon, or that I've had that feeling before when I broke my bone. So that might be broken, kind of thing. Not saying that you're a doctor and can diagnose people, but you can lead them in the proper direction if you can sense how they're feeling, especially illness-wise. But yeah, not all premonitions are meant to be prevented. They're just a heads up for some, in some situations. And I feel like you'll know the difference of what's within your, not within your control, but within your hands. something that can be changed around. I don't know. But I do feel like somebody wants to make amends and come towards you. And there's definitely a passionate energy in here, and I feel like you're feeling it. Yeah, just pay attention to how you feel throughout the day and when your energy shifts and changes. And ask yourself why, especially if it feels random or unusual. And really sit down and focus on it so that you can get a better idea of who it's coming from. Because a lot of times when it's someone on the other side, spirit-based energy, when they're coming through, they're going to give you signs that will make you think of them, especially if it's someone you know or new in life. But if you close your eyes, a lot of times you'll see them. Sometimes you can see them outwardly, but that's rare. There's only been a couple occasions, and they were actually very high stress emotional situations when I saw like my Mimi, when I full blown saw her. I mean, I saw her and her two husbands who had already passed away at her funeral behind the preacher dude. And it's when they started singing, I think it was like Amazing Grace or something. I saw all three of them, and I was like, holy crap, like I'm literally seeing them. And I thought I was losing my fucking mind. But anyways, because that was back in 2016. And then I was going through a very stressful time, and that was the other time I saw my Mimi. But I mean, I've seen apparitions of people I don't know, but it's not as common as in the mind's eye. It's more like you only see them with your own two eyes if it's important or if it's significant to you. That kind of thing. I don't know why I'm saying that. Maybe somebody's waiting around to see something. That's not always how it works. But anyways, I love you guys, and just know that someone wants to fix a situation and you'll sense it. Maybe you already are. Peace.